Welcome to the Unfiltered Social Worker. This is the Unfiltered Social Worker. I am Essenice. In my previous episode, I talked about my experience working at youth villages in Tennessee. Next up, now this next place, I'm telling you, after I was terminated from my job, it took me a minute to kind of rebound, but I did. And I landed another job at another facility, a residential facility. And I was loving that job. The pay was decent, the hours was decent. I really was coming into my own as a social worker. I was excited every day about going to work and working with the clients that I had. And it wasn't a lot of intermingling with my coworkers, so I love that aspect of it all. And then one day they pulled the rug from under me out of nowhere. I was terminated from that job. Now, let me tell you something. God has a wonderful sense of humor. I mean, wonderful. I mean, we laugh together all the time because I'm crazy and he know it. But this particular job, it just really, it still baffles me as to how and why I was terminated. Long story short, everything was going great. Never had a write-up. Never had a coaching session, as some places like to describe. Not getting a write-up, but just getting some guidance on whatever mistakes or whatever you've done. I never had a warning. I never had anything negative brought to my attention about what I was doing. I was always giving positive feedback. I was giving praises. I was giving encouragement. I was giving, oh, we love that you're here. Oh, you are reaching this client. Oh, that was a difficult parent. We're so happy that you were able to talk to them. To all of that went out of the door one day. I was called in and was told I wasn't a team player. What? I'm not a team player. Okay, so this was the best thing you could come up with to get rid of me. And I figured out why they wanted me gone. Now, as social workers, as individual social workers working for anybody else, there is this big, I guess it could be a money pit. I don't know. But in certain areas, you can, make some money. I don't know what that money looks like, or because I never saw it, but if you're working for a business who is basing their lifestyle on this particular way of doing things, and you impede on that in some shape, form, or fashion, where the monies they would be getting over here, now their cash cow is depleting and leaving quicker than it normally does. Yeah, you're probably a threat and you're probably not a team player. All in all, what happened was I was actually doing my work as a social worker, as a therapist, as a motivator, as an encourager, as a change agent, working on the family system, encouraging reunification back to the neighborhood, back to the communities, back to the homes, so that they can be successful. Because I was encouraging that a great deal, that's not what their goal was. Sometimes people want to max out Medicaid or insurances. I mean, that's just to be honest with you. If they give you 180 days, oh, I want 200 and 300 days. Because we can actually fix it where I can tell you that they're not doing what they need, so we need an extended stay. They need to be here a little bit longer. I'm not going to sit there and lie for you. I'm not going to commit fraud for you. I'm just not. Especially when I'm not the only person that sees the progress. Because I'm just one professional. There were others that weren't employed with that particular place, such as their caseworker, their case manager. They see the progress, and so they're asking for this child to be sent home. All they need is my John Hancock and whatever information that I can provide. Because I'm going to be honest about it. I'm not going to sit here and lie. I have ethics to uphold. And so, in a nutshell, I was not a team player for that. I was messing with these folks' cash cow, these children. And so they terminated me. And I was just like, okay, that's cool, because I do need a break. I was just like, I'm good. I don't need this. I really don't need this. I can recall kind of feeling like Chris Rock's mom and Everybody Hates Chris. I don't need this job. My husband got 2 jobs, but I don't have a husband. But I just felt like I just did not need to be there. And I felt like God was really telling me that that was not the place I really need to be, because he showed me the devil in a blue dress, in a sense. She didn't wear a blue dress, but I did see the devil and a few people there. I'm just being for real now. We're not going to sit here and sugarcoat anything. We are going to be real about what's out here in this world. And yeah, that was an experience. Twice in 1 year, I got terminated. And that was the first and the last time, because I'll terminate myself. I don't need you to do it for me. But that was an experience in itself. I can't express that anymore. Life as a social worker has its ups and downs. But how do you rebound from that? Do you allow it to just take you down, or do you say, you know what? We got more things to achieve. This was just a stepping stone. What are we going to do next? Because as I told you in I think it was my second episode, the LPC told me social workers can do a whole lot more. They can do we're very flexible. We are in so many different areas. It's ridiculous. And so I decided to tap into that. Stay tuned for the next episode.